Something clicked for me recently and I felt like everything started shifting. Honestly, I've been having a lot of breakthroughs and a lot of shifts anyway, but this time felt so different and just so deep and so important in my journey and in my growth. So I really wanted to talk about what happened and what I discovered and what I applied so you can apply it too and see where it takes you. Hi guys, it's Aziza and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I help you embrace your growth journey and create your dream life one video at a time. So don't forget to subscribe with the notifications on so you won't miss any. This might be the most underrated inner work I ever done since I started this journey and since I started really looking inside of me and giving myself time and energy to pay attention to how I feel and the things that I am and how I react in life and how I think and study my way of thinking and understand myself better. So since I started this journey of really getting to know myself and understanding myself better, I've been growing a lot. However, with this, it was just next level shift. Not because I changed my vision board or because I pushed harder, but because I met a part of me that I never met before, my inner child. And for the first time, I spoke to her, I listened, and I realized how much I needed it and she did too. I realized that my life was driven by someone who still felt scared, unseen, and unprotected. This might be the most underrated inner work that I ever done. And to be completely honest, I never even heard of reparenting before. In this video, I want to share what reparenting means, what it looked like for me to start doing it, and why I believe this is one of the most powerful ways to change your reality from inside out. So, what is reparenting? In the simplest way, it means giving yourself today what you did not get enough of when you were a child. Maybe it's safety, maybe it's encouragement, maybe it's being told you don't have to earn love, you are enough. Reparenting isn't about blaming your parents. Personally, I had the best mother on the planet. I did not think for one bit that I lacked on anything, to be honest, when it comes to love and care and protection and being provided for as a child, because my mom was just an angel, completely such an angel, and gave us, me and my sister, the best life we could truly hope for. So I never really thought that my childhood was an issue or was something that was blocking me from evolving and from reaching my full potential and from creating my dream life. However, when I practiced reparenting, which I'm going to describe how it happened and how I did it, I realized that it's not about my mom. It's not about the quality of the parent that we have, but whether what we understand and what we feel when we are very young and how we perceive and how we record and how we register things from the point of view of a young baby or a young child. So reparenting is giving to yourself, the young you, things and feelings and understanding that you lacked back then that you realized and you were aware of or not. So my discovery of reparenting and how I experienced it for the first time was when I was just basically having a conversation and I realized that I have no memories before like 5-6 years old. So I did some research to understand how come, is it normal, is it common, and why? Why do I not have any memories of me when I was 1, 2, 3, 4? So that innocent and random curiosity and question led me to doing research and doing a lot of reading on the topic to understand the brain, the memory and the science behind it. And little by little, I started connecting the dots and understanding the subconscious and how our brain develops. So basically, I'm not going into details because I am just now digging into this topic. I'm definitely not a scientist and I'm not a doctor. I did not study medicine. So it will be very general, but basically our brain, the way it develops, part of our brain that is our memory, it develops later on after 5, like it starts developing after 5. So before that, it goes to our subconscious. Before that age and before our memory is fully developed, informations and emotions and what we understand and what we live, our memories go in our subconscious. So we're not conscious of those memory and those things that we grasp on when we were younger. So that's when I realized that there is a part of me that I'm not aware of. There is a part of me that I'm not conscious of. It's that baby part of me that is in my subconscious. It's deep, deep, deep rooted, so deep that I'm not conscious of it. I'm not aware and I don't know it. And while doing those research, I found out about reparenting. So I wanted to apply that. I wanted to connect with that part of me that I wasn't aware of and to talk to my inner child, to myself, of my 1-year-old self, my 2-year-old self, that young baby that still has influence into me and into how I think, and just give it what it needed back then to kind of heal that part of me. So while I was doing the research, I obviously know of my childhood because my mom told me about it, because my family told me about it, because my sister told me about it. So I have an idea of what happened when I was a child. Although I don't remember it, I know it from other people's memories. So I know some of the circumstances that I was born in and the conditions and the environment and what could have been lacking in that moment to me. So I wanted to do reparenting, taking into consideration what I do know about my childhood. So how I did the reparenting, I closed my eyes and I put a hand on my heart and I talked to my inner child. I see you, I love you, I am here now and you are safe with me. When I did that, I cried so much. It was insane. It was so powerful. And I didn't even know I needed this. I didn't even expect me talking to myself and really connecting with my inner child and thinking about my childhood at that moment. And I really visioned myself as a 1-year-old baby and the conditions around that 1-year-old baby. And I connected with myself. I connected with my inner child. And I truly, literally spoke to my inner child directly. And I do believe this is why it was so powerful. It might take a little bit of time when you do it because you're not as connected as you would want to be. But I do believe that with practice, your connection with your inner child and your ability to really speak to it and feel it and have a shift come from it will result with practice. I cried so much, but I cried not out of pain. It was like I cried out of relief. I cried out of, wow, this is what I needed. You know, it's like you need something in your life and then someone comes and give it to you, but that someone is yourself. You cry because you're so relieved that you got what you needed so badly. And the crazy part is I didn't even realize, I didn't even know I needed this. I realized that I do not have to live on the edge anymore. I do not have to push and prove anymore. I'm enough. And that moment of reparenting, just speaking to the younger version of me, it really shifted a lot of things. I felt it. I felt it in my body. And it's like I knew it. I can't really describe it, but I just knew that what just happened was a huge block in my life that just crumbled. Like literally, as my tears went out and as I connected to my inner child and as I felt this wave, a lot of things came together. Everything shifted. And even body-wise, I felt lighter. I felt so much lighter in the moments. But the crazy thing is, even like the day after and in things that I'm doing every day, I saw improvements. Things that were blocking me before just were gone. The next day, I went to my gym and I did my Pilates class. I danced for decades since I was 2 years old. But along the way, I was able to do my splits before. And it's crazy because one of the YouTubers that I love, she talks about this too. So I was just mind blown when it happened to me. But anyway, I used to be able to do my split fully, and then along the way, I don't know what happened. I couldn't do my split anymore. And as a dancer and someone that is pretty flexible, it was just so confusing to me and kind of annoying of why am I not able to do my splits fully, right? And like just let go. The next day of doing my reparenting and crying so hard and just like feeling all this shift and all this weight coming out of me, the next day I'm doing my class, and in the practice at some point we do a half split, and if you have a split you go for your full split. I went for my full split, and usually I'm like this far from the floor. That day I just went straight in and I didn't even think about it. At first I did had my automatic system and my automatic response of when I do my split, I hold on to the floor to kind of like not be in pain. And I did it probably like half a second. And then I was like, wait, let me just go for it. And I went for it. And it was just amazing. And I am convinced that it's because of what happened the day before. It's because of the reparenting that I did. Even though I'm just starting this process and I'm just finding out about reparenting, I already feel more aligned, more excited for life, and more open to what's coming next. And you can start too. If you never tried reparenting and you don't know much about it either, it's totally okay. You don't have to have all the answers. You can simply start the way I did. You put a hand on your heart, you close your eyes, you think of yourself like in your childhood, or about what happened when you were a kid, when you were very young and you don't remember. And you talk to her, you talk to your inner child, you talk to that baby in you, and you give it the love it craves. You give it the love and the safety and the protection and the unconditional love and understanding. You can start by saying, I see you, I got you, I am here for you, I'm not going anywhere, I love you, you are safe with me. Talk to your inner child, give it love, for love and encouragement. Give safety, give protection feeling to yourself. Even if it feels weird or uncomfortable, it's okay. You're literally creating a new relationship with you. You're creating a new relationship within yourself, with your inner child, with a version of you that is a part of you and has impact in you, adult you, but that you never really connected with. You creating that connection by doing this. You giving it the strength and the bond that it needs for you to expand even more, for you to let go of old baggages and belief that you had back then that were protecting you and that were for your own good, but that don't serve you anymore, that actually block you now. You can let go of those things and make peace with all this fear and tenseness that you have within. You can fully let go by talking to yourself and by loving on your inner child. That takes courage to wanting to build a relationship with with your inner child. And I do believe that the more you do it, the more this inner work becomes normal to you and it becomes natural. The reason why I believe that it is one of the most underrated ways of inner work is because our subconsciousness and the belief that we have engraved deep in our subconscious that we're not even aware of, that we don't even know and realize on a daily basis, we just are because this is who we are. We do think that this is who we are. It's so natural to us. Those beliefs were created in those ages, were created when we were extremely young. And it's not because we don't remember them consciously that we can't go back to it and make peace with those beliefs and let go of certain beliefs that don't serve us as adults. So by doing reparenting, you tapping into your subconsciousness and into very deep engraved belief that you have about life, about people, about yourself. And accessing those beliefs will help you tremendously to experience the shift that you desire and to go forward towards the life you want to create. So to conclude, although I'm honestly not fully understanding reparenting yet, and I am just a newbie in this way of working within and understanding things about myself and growing and expanding, I do know something is that it shifted in me when I did it the first time. And since then, I've been talking to my inner child. I do, when I think about it, I do talk to my inner child and I give it love and I give it safety, encouragement, and comfort. And it's working for me. And I truly believe that it will work for you as well. So if this resonates with you and you feel like this is a place in your life where you are receptive to this and allowing yourself to go deeper within you to have the answers, or not even answers, but just find alignment and find lightness in your life, I really recommend you to try this. And I would love for you to tell me how your experience went and how you felt after doing it for the first time. And if you have any tips, I would also love to learn from you. So don't hesitate to leave comments and to tell me about your journey. Thank you so much for watching and spending this precious time with me. See you in the next video. Mwah.